Have you ever stopped to think about the hidden dangers that might be hovering around in your everyday life, especially as you reach that wonderful age of 70 and beyond? It's a thought-provoking question, isn't it? As we grow older, our bodies can become more susceptible to certain health risks, and these risks don't always come with clear warnings. Many folks assume that sudden death is simply a random event that can't be predicted. However, the reality is that there are specific triggers that can significantly heighten the chances of experiencing life-threatening situations. The unfortunate truth is that many of these risks are often overlooked until it's far too late to act. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into 5 unexpected triggers that could lead to sudden death for individuals over the age of 70. These aren't just your typical health concerns. They are silent killers that can strike without warning. We'll explore everything from unnoticed heart conditions to seemingly benign daily habits that could have grave consequences if left unchecked. The good news is, once you become aware of these dangers, you can take proactive steps to protect yourself and lessen your risk. So, make sure to stick around until the end, because understanding these 5 triggers could be the key to enjoying a long, healthy life or facing a health crisis that could have been avoided altogether. By the time we finish today, you'll be equipped with knowledge about what to look out for and how to safeguard your well-being. Let's get started. The first silent killer on our list is silent heart attacks. One of the most perilous health risks after reaching the age of 70 is the heart attack that sneaks up on you without a hint of warning. Unlike the dramatic portrayals you see in movies, where someone grabs their chest and collapses, silent heart attacks can occur without any obvious symptoms. They often creep in quietly, mistaken for less serious issues like indigestion, fatigue, or even a mild case of the flu. The danger lies in the subtlety of these symptoms. Many people never seek medical help, allowing damage to their hearts to progress unnoticed until it's far too late. Let's consider a man named Richard, who is 74 and enjoys taking morning walks and occasionally playing a round of golf. A few months ago, he started feeling unusually fatigued and slightly short of breath, along with a mild discomfort in his upper back. He attributed it to lack of sleep and chose to ignore it. What Richard didn't realize was that he had just experienced a silent heart attack. He never felt the intense chest pain that most associate with heart attacks, so he thought it was nothing to worry about. Unfortunately, weeks later, he found out that his heart had sustained significant damage, which put him at a much greater risk for sudden cardiac arrest. Silent heart attacks happen when blood flow to the heart is obstructed. Instead of feeling sharp pain, you might experience discomfort in your jaw, neck, or even your upper stomach. You could also feel a bit dizzy, unusually tired, or even nauseous. Some individuals may mistake these sensations for heartburn, muscle tension, or even anxiety. However, even in the absence of severe pain, your heart could still be deprived of oxygen, leading to cumulative damage over time. The real threat emerges when a second, more serious heart attack occurs. If your heart has already been weakened by a previous silent attack, your chances of surviving another major incident significantly decrease. Many people only learn they've had a heart attack during a routine checkup or, tragically, after they collapse unexpectedly. This is why being aware of these signs is so important. If you ever experience unexplained fatigue, shortness of breath, or discomfort in your upper body, don't brush it off as nothing. It's crucial to have it checked out. A simple electrocardiogram, often referred to as an EKG, or a blood test can help reveal whether your heart has undergone silent damage. Prevention is key, and being able to recognize these warning signs, no matter how subtle they may seem, can genuinely make the difference between life and death. Now let's move on to number 2, postural hypertension and falls. A sudden drop in blood pressure when standing up might not seem significant, but for those over 70, it can be deadly. This condition, known as postural hypertension, can lead to dizziness, lightheadedness, and even fainting. While younger individuals may brush off a brief dizzy spell as a minor inconvenience, for seniors, it can lead to dangerous falls resulting in severe injuries like broken hips or fatal head trauma. What makes this particularly alarming is that many people fail to recognize it as a serious issue until after they've already taken a tumble. Take George, for example, a 78-year-old who loves enjoying his morning coffee at a local diner. One afternoon, he stood up too quickly from his chair and suddenly felt the room spin around him. He reached out to steady himself, but in an instant, he lost his balance and fell hard to the floor. That fall resulted in a fractured hip, and while he initially thought recovery would be straightforward, complications arose, leading to weeks in the hospital battling infections. What began as a simple dizzy spell transformed into a life-threatening situation. Falls pose one of the most significant health risks for seniors, not just due to the immediate injuries, but also because they often trigger a downward spiral in overall health. A hip fracture can result in months of immobility, weakening the body, raising the chances of blood clots, and making infections more likely. Many older adults who experience a major fall never regain their full independence. Even if they survive the initial injury, the complications that follow can be devastating. So, why does postural hypertension occur more frequently as we age? As we get older, our bodies take longer to adjust to changes in blood pressure. When we shift from sitting or lying down to standing, our hearts may not pump blood as efficiently, and factors like dehydration, medications, or underlying health conditions can exacerbate the situation. This explains why some seniors feel perfectly fine when seated, but become lightheaded the moment they stand. The worst part, this condition can occur without any warning. Once a fall happens, it can set off a chain reaction of health problems that are difficult to bounce back from. If you've ever felt dizzy when standing up, don't ignore it. Simple lifestyle adjustments, such as standing up slowly, staying hydrated, and reviewing medications that may contribute to low blood pressure, can help reduce your risk. Most importantly, being aware of the warning signs early on and taking precautions can help prevent falls that could dramatically change your life in an instant. If you're still with me and finding these insights valuable, take a moment to comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on notifications so you won't miss any future videos. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue creating valuable content. Now let's continue to number 3, hidden blood clots, specifically deep vein thrombosis or DVT. Many people often associate blood clots with extreme situations, such as post-surgery or during long hospital stays. However, what many may not realize is that blood clots can quietly form in the legs, often with little to no warning. And when these clots break free, they can travel to the lungs, causing a sudden and potentially fatal pulmonary embolism. This is why deep vein thrombosis is sometimes labeled as a silent killer. It develops slowly, but can strike without mercy. Imagine someone like Harold, a 76-year-old who enjoys lounging on his porch with a good book for hours. He doesn't see himself as inactive. He still runs errands, goes for short walks, and tends to his garden. Yet one day, after spending a long afternoon in his recliner watching television, he notices some mild swelling in his calf. It's not painful, just a little puffy. He assumes it's due to sitting too long and decides to ignore it. Days later, he feels short of breath but attributes it to a cold. Little did Harold know that the swelling in his leg was a sign of a clot, and when he suddenly collapsed one evening, it was because that clot had traveled to his lungs. The frightening aspect of DVT is that it can develop in individuals who don't consider themselves inactive. Long periods of sitting, whether it's while watching TV, driving, or even sleeping, can slow circulation in the legs, allowing clots to form. The symptoms are often easy to overlook: slight swelling, mild tenderness, or a cramp in the calf. None of these seem like emergencies, but if a clot dislodges and travels to the lungs, it can cut off oxygen in mere seconds, leading to sudden collapse or even instant death. Older adults are particularly at risk, since circulation tends to slow down with age, and conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure can worsen the situation. Certain medications, especially those often prescribed for blood pressure or cholesterol, also influence clotting. Additionally, dehydration, which is common in seniors, thickens the blood, making clots more likely to form. This combination of factors turns what may seem like a minor issue into a serious threat. So, what can you do to prevent DVT? The key is to keep moving. If you find yourself sitting for extended periods, make it a habit to stand up and stretch every hour. Move your legs, stretch your feet, and drink plenty of water to keep your blood flowing. Compression socks can also be beneficial, and if you notice persistent swelling, redness, or warmth in your leg, don't hesitate to seek medical advice. Catching a clot early can mean the difference between a simple treatment and a life-threatening emergency. Let's shift our focus to the fourth silent but deadly risk that too many people overlook: undetected infections that can lead to sepsis. One of the most deceptive threats to individuals over 70 is not something as dramatic as a heart attack or stroke. Instead, it's a seemingly minor infection that can quietly escalate into a life-threatening condition known as sepsis. Sepsis occurs when the body has an extreme reaction to infection, causing widespread inflammation that can lead to organ failure and, ultimately, sudden death. What makes this scenario so perilous is that the symptoms often appear mild at first, leading many seniors to disregard them until it's too late. Consider Walter, an 81-year-old who prides himself on rarely needing to visit a doctor. One afternoon, he notices he's urinating more frequently than usual and feels a slight burning sensation. He chalks it up to aging and drinks more water, believing it will pass. However, over the following days, he starts feeling fatigued, a bit confused, and oddly cold despite the warm weather outside. By the time his family persuades him to go to the hospital, his infection has already spread into his bloodstream. Within hours, his condition deteriorates rapidly, and despite the doctor's best efforts, Walter's organs begin to fail. Many people don't realize that common infections, like urinary tract infections, pneumonia, or even a small cut on the skin, can quickly escalate to sepsis, particularly in older adults. As our immune systems weaken with age, it becomes more challenging for our bodies to fend off infections. What starts as a simple UTI or respiratory infection can transform into a full-body emergency if bacteria invade the bloodstream. And once sepsis sets in, time becomes critical. Every hour without treatment increases the risk of death. The early symptoms of sepsis can be tricky to identify, as they often mimic everyday complaints like fatigue, mild fever, confusion, or weakness. Many seniors dismiss these signs as just feeling a little under the weather, not realizing that these subtle signals could indicate a life-threatening infection. If left untreated, sepsis can cause blood pressure to plummet, leading to the shutdown of vital organs such as the kidneys, liver, and heart. In some instances, it progresses so quickly that individuals don't make it to the hospital in time. So, what steps can you take? The key is to take infections seriously, no matter how insignificant they may seem. If you notice a fever, chills, sudden confusion, or experience unusual weakness, don't ignore it. If a minor infection isn't improving with home care, seek medical attention right away. And if you or a loved one ever shows signs of sepsis, such as rapid breathing, extreme fatigue, or a sudden drop in blood pressure, head to the hospital immediately. If you're still following along and finding these insights helpful, please take a moment to comment number 4 below to let me know you're engaged. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and activate the bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Your support is invaluable and helps us continue creating content that informs and inspires. Now, let's discuss the fifth and final risk: medication mismanagement. One of the most underestimated dangers for those over 70 isn't a disease or an accident. It's the everyday occurrence of medication mismanagement. Taking the wrong dose, skipping a pill, or combining medications that don't mix well can trigger life-threatening reactions, resulting in sudden cardiac events, strokes, or even internal bleeding that can be fatal. What's particularly alarming is that many seniors don't realize they're at risk until a mistake has already occurred. Take Helen, for instance, an 82-year-old who has been on blood pressure medication for years. She's diligent about taking her pills every morning. However, one evening, after dealing with back pain, she takes an over-the-counter pain reliever without giving it much thought. The following day, she feels lightheaded and weak, assuming she just needs a meal. Later that day, she collapses. What she didn't realize was that the pain reliever she took interacted dangerously with her blood thinner, resulting in internal bleeding that went unnoticed until it was too late. As we age, our bodies process medications differently. The liver and kidneys function more slowly, meaning drugs can linger in the system longer, sometimes reaching toxic levels. Medications that seemed harmless in younger years can have more pronounced effects, and mixing the wrong ones, even over-the-counter drugs or herbal supplements, can lead to severe, even fatal outcomes. Blood thinners, heart medications, and pain relievers are among the most common offenders. Even something as simple as missing a dose of a heart or diabetes medication can send the body into shock. Another major issue is prescription overload. Many seniors take multiple medications for various conditions, making it easy for things to become complicated. Some medications must be taken on an empty stomach, while others need to be consumed with food. Some shouldn't be mixed, and others require precise timing. A simple scheduling mistake, like doubling a dose because you forgot if you had already taken it, can lead to dangerously low blood pressure, critically low blood sugar, or fatal heart rhythms. So how can you protect yourself? First and foremost, always maintain an updated list of all your medications, including any supplements. Make sure that if you're seeing multiple doctors, each one is aware of everything you're taking to avoid dangerous interactions. Consider using a pill organizer or setting reminders to ensure you never miss a dose or accidentally take too much. And before starting any new medication, whether it's a prescription or over-the-counter, ask your doctor or pharmacist if it's safe to take alongside your current medications. Your health is far too important to leave to chance. Even a small mistake with medication can have devastating consequences, so staying informed and organized can mean the difference between life and death. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on these 5 sudden death triggers after the age of 70. Consider which of these risks might be relevant to you or someone you care about. The truth is, many people don't realize just how fragile certain aspects of their health can become as they age. Often, the most dangerous threats are the ones that go unnoticed until it's far too late. But here's the good news. Awareness is the first step toward prevention. Perhaps you've experienced occasional dizziness when standing up but never thought much of it. Or maybe you've dismissed mild swelling in your leg, attributing it to sitting too long. It's easy to overlook these signs, but making small adjustments in your daily routine, like standing up slowly, staying adequately hydrated, or ensuring you're moving regularly, can create a life-saving difference. Additionally, if you're on medication, double-checking dosages and interactions may be one of the simplest yet most powerful actions you can take to protect yourself. The aim of this video wasn't to frighten you, but rather to empower you with knowledge. The more you understand about these risks, the more control you have over your health. Learning how to recognize the warning signs of a silent heart attack, being alert to early symptoms of sepsis, or taking steps to prevent dangerous falls can truly add years to your life. Remember, being proactive about your health isn't just about avoiding danger. It's about ensuring you can continue to enjoy life, spend time with loved ones, and engage in the activities that bring you joy. Thank you for spending time with us today. We'd love to hear from you, so please leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to incorporate it into your life. Your thoughts are valued, and we encourage you to share them. Reading your comments motivates and inspires us to keep producing valuable content for you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support makes it possible for us to continue creating quality content that informs and inspires. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.